Good evening, listeners. My name is Amuta Chukwudi. This evening, I want to speak with us on a business principle which has to do with the importance of starting small. There are two reasons why an entrepreneur must learn to start small when he or she ventures into business. The first reason is that when you start small, you make small mistakes. When you start small, you make small mistakes. Now, here is the difference or the comparison. If you start big, you make big mistakes, and big mistakes could crash the business, could set the business tumbling down the hill, and it will take the grace of God for you to muster another courage or morale to start all over again. But when you make little mistakes, you will find it easy to adjust. By little mistakes, I mean mistakes that will cost you little amount of money. But when you start big and you make big mistakes may run into so much money such that your business may not have enough reserve or capital to continue. But when you make small mistakes, you can easily adjust and then continue from where you stopped. Now, the second reason why an entrepreneur should start small is this. When you start small and you make small mistakes, you learn. You can easily adjust and then build or review your business ideas and models and come up with a blueprint which, having tested those ideas that form that blueprint, and they become very successful over time, you can now scale and improve on that idea and move them to a larger scale, because you now understand that these principles or these methodologies will work on a smaller scale. On an empirically smaller scale, you can now expand and scale them. Now, you don't know how this thing works, but when you start big and you make big mistakes, it may be very difficult for you to come back and correct those mistakes and still operate on that large or big scale. So these are the two reasons. There are many more reasons, but these are two critical reasons why an entrepreneur should start small. You start small so that you make small mistakes. So if you maybe have some revenues did not come in the way you expect, or you overspent in one area or the other, you have a backup capital. You have a reserve. You have an entrepreneur should not spend more than 20% of his capital base when starting a business. You have like 5 million and you go blowing 4.5 million. That's wrong. You have 5 million. Start with 20%. 500,000 to 1 million. It's okay. Start. You don't need to start buying so many things. There are some cut costs. Just start. Then things don't go the way you expect them. You have cash to bank on. So these excuse me. So the second one is the experience you gain when starting small. This experience can be leveraged and expanded and scaled to a larger scale, where you now start operating in large amounts of money, and because you've made some of these mistakes before, it will not, you won't easily make them again. So thank you very these are the two reasons I believe an entrepreneur should know before starting. small. So thank you very much and have a wonderful evening. Thank you.